Hi, my name is Antoine Jackson.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
Hi,
Nice to
Amanda.
meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm going to be your counselor. I know this is our first time meeting, and just kind of wanted to sit down and do like an initial interview, and we get to know each other, and just build up a rapport and a level of comfort. Did you find my place okay?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Okay, good, good. Do you need anything to drink or
I am okay.
you okay?
Thanks.
All right, good. Like restrooms are around the corner, so let me know if you need to get up and leave at any point, and
Okay.
that'll be totally fine. So I'm interested to know, have you ever seen a counselor or therapist before?
No, I've always been a little bit hesitant
Okay,
about seeing somebody. Don't like to share my personal life that much.
okay, I can understand and respect that. I'm a little hesitant sometimes when I meet someone new as far as revealing personal characteristics and details about my life, so I can completely respect that. Um, have you known anyone else, family member, anything that has? Um,
Maybe my baby brother. Like he was having some problems a while ago, so he did actually see somebody for a little bit. Not really sure what it was about, but my mom kind of told me a little bit.
okay, all right. And how did so you kind of just have your personal feelings about counselors and therapists. It's just kind of like you would
Yeah, I guess I just,
a little skeptical.
yeah.
Okay, I can respect that again. So, and that's totally fine. I get that, and hopefully, as time progresses, you feel comfortable opening up and talking to me. Um, so first, I'd like to talk about confidentiality since you haven't, had a counselor before, and with everything and confidentiality, and with the exclusion of this interview because this interview will be shared with my classmates and my professor. But outside of this, everything else would be confidential. So there's that high level of confidentiality that we have, the client and the therapist. So I do respect that and take that very seriously. There are some limitations to confidentiality, so I just wanted to inform you of that,
Okay.
up front. For example, if you were to tell me something along the lines of um, you were going to harm yourself or harm someone else, things like that. I would have to, or if you reported some abuse, like you or someone else that were abusing like a vulnerable adult or a child, then I would have to, you know, report that to my supervisor and possibly the county. So again, just kind of wanted to give you this information about the limitations of confidentiality so that you understand that. And I guess based on how do you feel about that? Are you okay with those limitations that exist? And are you still okay with continuing?
Yeah, I think so. As long as it's private conversation, I guess I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. All right. So I'm curious to know more. So now that we've gotten that aspect out of the way, I'm interested to know about you. I know that you said that you had your hesitations about counseling and therapy. So um, tell me something about yourself that you are comfortable talking about.
Um, okay.
And I mean, it doesn't even have to be something major. I mean, just you know, uh, kids, family. If
Okay.
you're married, anything along those lines.
I am. I've been divorced for about 3 months now. Um, really tough. No kids. Um, just I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed with life. Um, not really wanting to go out and do too much.
Okay.
I need somebody to help push me to get out again, to
Okay.
enjoy things I used to.
Okay. So some motivation. kind of gets you going.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's I can use some motivation myself sometimes. So like I said, I can appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Um, so okay, um, I guess I'm curious to know if there's, I mean, at the beginning of this therapeutic relationship, are there any questions that you have for me? You know,
No, I guess
anything?
not. I mean, you won't be giving the medication or anything, will you?
No, no. That's again, that's right now. It's just the counseling piece. This is just you and I working together to uncover any kind of concerns that you have and um, potentially talk about strategies and things like that about working towards it.
Okay, I think that sounds like a good
Is that
deal.
okay?
Yep.
Okay. So no questions that you'd like to know about me?
Mm, mm, I don't think so.
Oh, why I got into the field? Nothing like that.
Mm, I mean, why would I really care?
Yeah, okay, well I can appreciate that also.
Besides, I don't know. I guess I've just been so consumed with myself, and that it's hard to really think about anybody else.
Okay, all right. Well, if it comes up later and you have anything that you would like to ask me in particular, feel free. I'm an
Okay.
open book. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. So I'll kind of tell you about my therapeutic approach to counseling. I see anybody that I work with as a teacher that that I'm learning from. So I'm going to be relying on you to kind of show me and tell me things about you and what's going on with you. Um, and what we'll do together is assess your lifestyle, assess the concerns you have, things along those lines. And again, as an alliance, like I said before, the therapeutic relationship that's both of us working together on this. So it's not just me saying, here's what I think you should do. It's more about, I see it as, I like to use the example of this is a team effort, and I see you as the coach, and I'm actually like more of the assistant coach. So it's your team, and I'm just here to kind of back you up. You know, is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
All right, sounds good. So that's kind of my approach to it. I mean, again, it's we're still talking just from the surface. We haven't gotten to any depth yet, and that's fine. Again, we have a lot of time to get into more detail. So I know you talked about your hesitation as far as coming to counseling and things like that. I'd like to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your personal feelings about counseling? Up until this point,
Hmm.
one being the worst, 10 being like the best.
I don't know. I guess maybe a three, because I tend to watch a lot of TV, and the counselors or the therapists on TV, and it's just a little bit too much for me, and they're too involved,
Okay, okay,
and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be too. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want somebody to know everything about me. I don't want to bring up my past.
okay, okay. To a total stranger or just period?
I don't know. I think I just don't like talking about things in the past. Maybe just like working with you. I don't know if you can help me with things that could help me today. Not.
Mm, what
I
happened
don't
before?
want to worry about what happened in the past. I don't want somebody judging my mistakes and
Okay,
things like that.
all right. So you like to focus more on what's going on now in your life
Yes.
and the concerns that you have now,
Yes.
and some potential solutions towards
Yes.
remedying those.
Yeah. Well, somebody, a friend of mine said that she thought maybe I was having like what did she call it? Like crazy problems or something.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm here.
Okay.
So she thought that she was tired of me talking to her about stuff, and she said, "You know what? You gotta go talk to somebody." Anyway, that's why.
Okay. Okay. Well, see, okay, now that's interesting. It kind of leads me into my next question. Kind of like, in the past when you've had concerns and you could kind of see or feel that things weren't right, um, and or you're just kind of going through a tough time with like family or work situations. What kind of natural strategies have you used in the past to kind of prevent these things from impacting your life?
I don't know. I guess I used to. Well, when my ex and I were having problems, I sometimes I would go outside and take a walk, or um, lock myself up in the bathroom. But I guess now that I think about it, that's probably not a productive way to spend my time.
Okay.
But
Right.
oh, maybe I one of the things I was working towards was getting my pilot's license.
Okay. Huh. That's interesting. So that's so you kind of find some alternate activities to kind of take your mind off of what's bothering you at the time.
Yeah, I think so. I think I like to be free. I'm
Okay.
very independent. I don't want to be strapped down, and I think that like, I'm out someplace and I'm free, I feel better.
Okay. Okay. That's so okay. So pilot's license and so doing some alternate activities, taking a walk, things like that. So those are kind of some of the strategies you've used in the past.
Yeah. Plus, I like those. What are those? Like dimes, oh, whatever they call them. The the cheap, trashy tabloids, stuff
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I like looking at finding out what about J Lo and her twins,
Okay. Okay.
or I don't know. I just like to know what's going on with other people, and I
Okay.
kind of fantasize about what my life would be like.
Okay. All right. What about like talking with friends or family?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have my one friend. Um, Part of that was because my ex didn't like me to have a lot of friends because he was very kind of controlling. So, I guess this one friend of mine, Marcy, is like my only friend.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And I mean, is she someone that you confide in sometimes when you're
yeah, but she said she had enough, that she just couldn't handle it
okay?
anymore because her husband told her that I was, I don't know, crazy. And
Okay.
that's where she got this idea.
Okay. So she kind of suggested that you speak with a counselor.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I mean, it's cool. I mean, like friends and family are great sources of support, in our lives. But sometimes, like our relationships and past experience that we have with them can kind of lead them to only help us in ways that they see as going to benefit us versus the way that we want the situation to benefit ourselves. So again, not to say that using friends or family as good sources of outlets to talk to or confide in is a bad thing. I think that's a great thing to have. But sometimes it's good to have like someone neutral to talk to who's kind of just outside of the circle. And that's, where a counselor or therapist can come into play and kind of help from that outside perspective.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, without going too far into depth, I do appreciate, you coming in for this initial interview and meeting with me, and participating in this. And like I said, this interview will be shared with my classmates and my professor. Other than that, complete confidentiality, so no worries there. Are there any questions that you have for me right now?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm really looking forward to working with you, and hope to see you during our next session.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.